Welcome back to Anime Fight Club, everyone. My name is Grim. Today we're checking out Baki Dou Part 1, or Musashi Dou. We're checking out chapters 93 through 95. 93 entitled Tobacco. On the last video, Jack met with Tokugawa, and Tokugawa told him in order for him to fight Musashi, he would have to go through Motobe first. So Jack and Motobe have met up in the park and are about to, I don't know, I guess commence this fight. So Jack is 8 feet tall now, much larger. He's using more drugs. Obviously his face has grown back to an extent. I mean, he has a scar across his face, but Jack's 8 feet tall. You know, recently I've been feeling bad because I have so many bad habits. So Motobe smokes this cigarette, and remember what he did with Yanagi in this cigarette. Smoking this cigarette, he lets it go, it starts to fall to the ground, and he hits it. Exact same thing he did with Yanagi. So he sends this cigarette flying toward Jack. You see the image here, it looking like a bullet. And this is Motobe's hand. So it goes flying toward Jack. Jack has not closed his eye at all. He's just watching this thing come at him. It hits him in the eye. Jack in turn closes it. His hand goes up to wipe his eye from the pain. It wouldn't even have just hurt like something hit him, it would have burned as well. So did you intentionally? Jack always does this. Jack is quick to take people's attacks and techniques and punches just so he can show that they're nothing when he returns to body them. So Motobe has taken advantage of Jack's eyes being closed and has run up on him. He's mid-air about to throw this double-legged kick, or this double foot stomp, don't know what you want to call it. Ran up to Jack. He hits Jack in the face with both feet. Should be an incredibly powerful strike. Motobe does a back flip off the recoil from his hit with Jack. Jack has not fallen over yet. He's just kind of stammering. Jack's just one to just eat everything. So Motobe flips backward, lands on his feet. Jack's eye is watering. He has a little bit of blood coming from his nose. Motobe lands and stands straight back up, and Jack's just kind of looking at him. He's sweating a little bit, but he's just looking at him. He wipes his eye. I can still see you. A surprise cigarette attack perfectly landed. So it's gonna be that kind of fight, is it? Jack takes off his jacket. He's so large. Followed by a surprise drop kick that landed with all its power. Rocked Jack right to his bones, and it should have sent a message clear enough for him to realize in that instant the situation he was in. This isn't a match at all. Little did he know. So as Jack's taking off his jacket, his arms should be in a position where he can't use them because of that motion. Motobe runs in, he reaches behind him, pulls out this sword, and swings it at Jack. Looks like Jack yells in pain. Looks like he cut out a piece of Jack's shin or calf. Looks like that's what this strike is here. Jack yells. Ooh, we got both of them. Again, unable to do anything because his arms are locked in that jacket. He's screaming in pain. Yeah! Motobe he swirls the sword around, puts it over his shoulder. Wow. Even on your knees, you're still quite tall. Goodness, yep, he's still Motobe's height even on his knees. So Jack's eyes glaze over as he goes to maybe try and retaliate at Motobe, and Motobe swings his sword again, striking him dead center. Goodness, right in the middle of his head. Actually cutting him too. I'm sure this was a wooden sword. Man, he draws back, cutting Jack. Goodness, bringing Jack right. Oh my goodness, Jack's face smacks into the ground, his butt's in the air. You idiot. Jack's out. Oh my goodness. Going down from a wooden sword. Oh, are these Jack's words? As he smiles and plants his foot to stand back up. So he rolls forward, propels himself forward with his feet, his toes arched like that, flips all the way over and is standing back on his feet. I'll let you get a hold of your hidden weapon so that it would be fair. Jack is such a bully. He's such a bully. So he's bleeding from the middle of his head. His eye is a little burnt. Motobe is standing here with a smirk on his face. All right, Motobe, I want to see what you have left. Seems that was the right choice, says Jack, and he brings his arms together, ripping his jacket, letting us know that his arms were never trapped. He just wanted to see what Motobe could do. So Motobe is still standing here with a smirk on his face, like he's still in control of this fight. Chapter 94, Warrior. So Jack rips open his shirt in the most hawkish of ways. Looks at him. The audience is looking, well, there is now an audience in the park looking onward at Jack and Motobe. Motobe's face has changed from smirkish to serious. He's not an athlete, nor a ring fighter. He's quite different from the ones in the pay-per-view, and more like the ones you read from old samurai books. Indeed you are. So this was Jack reminiscing or recalling Tokugawa's words. You can tell he's talking to Jack because Tokugawa's looking straight upward. So funny. You are not the man that everyone sees. You're not a ring fighter. You're a warrior. That's dope though. Because I definitely had any type of respect for Motobe up until, I guess, really this moment. Even him running from Yujiro, him blocking Musashi, that's all been kind of weak. His fight with Yanagi gave me a little bit of semblance of what Motobe could do, but now I'm getting kind of excited. You seem to be a well-trained warrior of old, but still. Now Motobe is smirking again. Look how small this man is in comparison to Jack. You'll regret underestimating us ring fighters. So Jack's towering over Motobe as they face off at each other again. What are you talking about? Trained athletes are a threat to martial artists. Controlling and dominating a top athlete is an almost impossible task. Most martial artists will be overwhelmed. I always kind of wondered that too. By the massive difference in physical strength, right? Yeah. Even if the opponent is just a rugby player, let alone one like Jack Hammer. Goodness, so Jack throws this super long leg at Motobe, throwing this like long side kick at him. Looks as though he blocked it, and by the look on his face, I don't think he took too much damage. So Jack throws that kick, Motobe blocks it, but is in turn sent flying. Goes flying across the park, lands a bit, starts to tumble as Jack exhales, just all Ozaru-like, looking like a monster. Oh wow. So Jack threw that kick and it hit Motobe, but during so, Motobe stabbed the bottom of his foot with a kunai. It went all the way through too. Jack looks down, wincing in pain as Motobe picks himself up off the ground. Let alone an opponent like the top pit fighter, Jack Hammer. So Jack rips out this kunai out of his foot, throws it behind him. With 8 feet and 443 pounds, an extraordinary size, a physical monster with perfect control. So Jack looks at Motobe. He looks to be either livid or concerned. Any normal martial artist or athlete wouldn't be able to lay a hand, foot, spear or sword on him in a fair fight. What's going on? Are they making a movie? He's huge. Are they fighting? How tall is he? What country is he from? Is this thing for real? I'm not sure if it's a good thing for you or not. but I'm not your regular I fight for fun and money kind of guy. Goodness, Jack prepares this mean axe kick. Oh wow, look at the force behind it. Now Jack is not the fastest of the fighters, but the power behind his strikes, his punches and kicks is always otherworldly. And you can just tell how serious this one's meant to be. You see all the dust and whatnot flying following his kick, and there's still blood coming out the bottom of his foot. Jack never lets these injuries faze him though, so he goes to throw this axe kick on Motobe. It's coming down with incredible speed and force, still bleeding, but still. It looks as though it hits Motobe on the top of his head, but based on what he just did with Jack's last kick, we gotta assume he countered in some way. He did. So Jack looks shocked, surprised, hurt. Should have expected this strong bone density. First of all, let's make sure. So he stopped Jack's kick with a blade. Anyone else who threw such a strong and fast kick would have had their foot severed. There's no way their foot would have made it. It's like, that's crazy. So his foot should be gone, but I guess because of all the augmentation, his bone density is increased. Man, so Motobe says, first of all, let's make sure to sever everything we can. So he swings this blade that's embedded in Jack's ankle, cutting what, his Achilles? I can't tell if Jack is in pain or excited, but by this look in his mouth, it looks as though he's about to smile. Oh my goodness, yeah, Jack is the one. So Jack opens his mouth and bites into Motobe's shoulder. Chapter 95, a qualified person. So at this point, Jack has Motobe's shoulder in his mouth, but Motobe does not look to be too pressed. I don't know, I feel like he has a nice, very open shot at Jack's neck while still holding this blade in his right hand. Man, did they make up? No, he's chomping him. So Jack's trying to bite into this man, same mess he did with Pickle. You'd think he'd have learned his lesson. Bites into Motobe, he's biting him. Ew, for real? Now this is surprising, isn't it? The old Jack would have been right through and tore everything away, bone and all. Kinda strange he didn't do it this time. So Motobe reaches behind him again for another weapon. So Jack feels, by the look on Jack's face, I feel like Jack's biting into something that isn't Motobe. This bite, it's strong, but it cannot be considered a martial arts attack. This is not martial arts. So something happens. It looks like Motobe is shaking his way out of it. Look how large. Man, I can't get over how big Jack is. Wow. So Jack had Motobe's shoulder in his mouth, and Motobe ripped himself out of it, ripping out Jack's teeth. Oh my goodness, this man has lost his teeth so many times. His dentist, oh my goodness, must love him. So he rips his shoulder out of Jack's mouth, ripping out all of his teeth as well. Wow, you can just, what imagery. They look like diamonds just coming out of his mouth. And of course we knew they were fake teeth. He's lost his teeth many a time. His first fight with Baki shattered all of his teeth. So we see all his fake teeth go flying. He ripped them out from the screws. Oh my goodness. So Jack just now has a mouth full of blood and gums. You hear all his teeth hitting the ground. Are those teeth? Whoa. I knew there was some surprises, but I never knew I was going to be fighting the Pac-Man T800. That's funny. Because he's 8 foot tall, I don't know. But seriously now, did you really think I was going to be wearing some regular clothing today? This is a custom aramid fiber jacket. The stuff they use to reinforce aircrafts, also used to make paragliding cables and radial tires. Used for bulletproof and knife-proof garments. I wasn't planning on spending that much money on it, and to be honest, it was kind of expensive. But considering the bite strength we're dealing with, and it's not as though my shoulder is completely unscathed, but compared to you, one of your best weapons has been ripped out from the roots. The jacket already paid for itself. Hey, that is insane. Jack's able to bite through coconuts. And Motobe just knew all that. He was just well prepared. He ripped out all of Jack's teeth. Oh my goodness. Considering you've lost your left leg, you've lost the weapon in your mouth, and even the height advantage, you went to such lengths to obtain means nothing now. It's time to cut our losses and call it a day. Jack's here looking livid, about to cry again. What a look to give my man. Like the look, oh my, this is definitely the look of someone who has no teeth. Itagaki, oh my goodness, this is too much for me. I really like Jack, and now I'm really starting to feel for Vegeta fans, because Vegeta loses time and time and time again. Even when he has great moments, be it in the Tournament of Power or the Broly movie, regardless, at the end of the day, Vegeta's going to lose. And it's just, it's really hard to watch if you love Vegeta. I love Jack, man. He's such an awesome character. And to see this look on his face, man, to have him cry after Pickle carried him ever so gently up that building, it's just, it's heartbreaking, man. I really like Jack, but oh my goodness. So the audience is still looking around, as Jack's, oh my God, this look on his face. Don't you get it? He may be defanged, but this is still the fierce Jack Hammer. So Jack goes to throw a Hanma style punch, just cocked back his fist, is about to swing as hard as he can. Without his teeth, a lion doesn't stop being a lion. Without its claws, a bear is still a bear. A beast may not have its teeth or claws, but can you still defeat it? Goodness, so that was great wording. Like that was great. You're right. Even if you take out a lion's teeth and claws, are you still about to beat this lion? So he's taking away Jack's height, apparently. His ability to move around by slitting that ankle. He's ripped out his teeth, but he's still a force to be reckoned with. So Jack runs in on Motobe and is just laying into him. It looks as though Motobe is blocking, and apparently him being the master that he is, we should be concerned as to whether or not he's countering each of Jack's punches. So Jack has Motobe up against this tree and he's just laying into him. These appear to be extremely fast strikes, especially for Jack, since we can see more than one stripe of light. I don't know what to call it. Yeah, he's hitting Motobe so hard, he's rocking this tree. It's becoming unrooted. It's not good. Somebody stop them. I'm calling the cops. Jack should have expected this. There's no way I can stand up to him in a physical match. Is that an explosion? Or is this all of the stuff that's... Oh my goodness. Either way, it's the end of the video. So we'll have to wait until the next video to see what's going on. Like, did Motobe set off an explosion in front of Jack? Or is this all dust and debris from Motobe taking on Jack's punches? I think he let go an explosion. Hit the thumbs up on this video if you enjoyed it. Please leave a comment. Any theories you might have, if you don't know for sure, leave a comment. If you know exactly what's about to happen, please don't spoil it for anyone. Share with your fellow otaku. Hit the thumbs up. Please subscribe if you haven't already done so. If you have, thank you very much. If you're a new subscriber, there are playlists in the description allowing you to catch up to any given point in the Baki universe, as well as Kengan Ashura. So I hope you'll hit the bell notification so you don't miss any future uploads. Hope to see you next video, and as always, otaku